Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melina and I'm a 33-year-old cash budgeter here on YouTube as well as over on Instagram. And in today's video, we are doing another cash unstuffing. This one's just gonna be slightly different because I'm going to be unstuffing for our checking account and for our credit card. And to give you a little bit of backstory about this, and the reason why is because we do utilize our checking account, but this particular reason why is because we were without a credit card for 6 business days. I got bamboozled by an ad that looked like it was from HydroJug. So I'm just gonna put a PSA out there that it looked very real. It looks like HydroJug. My husband had just recently broken his. The kids, they lose them, and then also just they get so beat up at school. So I was like, you know what, this is a perfect deal. Each tumbler would have been like $12 if it was real. So I was like, oh my gosh, like this is a steal, have to get in on it. Well, got to the checkout and for some odd reason it wanted to authenticate like some code to our phone, and I was like, that looks sketchy. And then the code didn't actually come to my phone, it went to my husband's phone, which was a whole nother level of weird because none of his information was in that checkout. So don't know, but our card got compromised. Somebody went on a shopping spree $500 later. And so, yeah, luckily our Chase Sapphire Reserve card, whoever it is, they will reimburse us for those transactions that we did not spend. And then we finally got our card like a day ago. But long story short, we need to put this money back into our checking account where we would have usually spent it with our Chase Sapphire. So that is what we're doing today. So whenever I finish up at the end, I should have $130. This was pulled out of our checking account just to make change. I have been asked before, how do you know how much change to pull out? Honestly, it just kind of varies how much I'm pulling out to how big of bills. Like if I just recently did a condensing, I'm probably going to need a lot more 1s and 5s and 10s, but I haven't done a condensing in a while, so I think I'll be good. I don't really have a good solid number to give to you, but once you start doing these, you'll find your rhythm. So with that said, we will start with, I'm gonna go ahead and do checking first and then move on to our credit card because I think like it could eventually just start confusing me and I don't wanna be flipping back so many different pages. So we're gonna start with checking first. And I always try to start in my high priority binder, also known as short-term sinking funds binder, because this is what we usually spend out of all the time. So it looks like we do have household in here, eat out, beverages, I believe is in here, gas is definitely. So those are most commonly spent items from this binder. So household is the very first one. And let's just get situated here. Okay, so household is 35 and we don't have another one. So let's see what we've got here. And we've got it. So 20, actually, I'm gonna take these 10s because there's a lot. So 1, 2, 3, oh my gosh, finally getting rid of that ripped 10. And then I have 5 1s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's the 35. And if you've never seen a cash unstuffing before, I hope that I'm able to answer all your questions, but if not, definitely leave me a comment in the comments down below and I will try to answer it, or this amazing community will. So that's 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. We utilize our credit card for all of our spending so that we can accrue all those points and traveling, benefits and all of that. So household is left with 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. And by using this cash stuffing method, it makes it really easy to, one, stay in budget, never have consumer debt, until we reimburse ourselves. And yeah, just stay on top of it. It took us a hot minute to get to this point to trust ourselves, but if you stay consistent, consistency is the key. So let's see what will be next. I don't believe I have groceries on here. Clothing, we do have beauty, right? Yeah, $28, excuse me, for beauty. So 25, 6, 7, 8. 25, 6, 7, 8. And then we are left with 1, 120, 130, 31, 32. Okay, and I just go through every single category and do this so that we can, at least for checking, this money is going back to reimburse and it just stays in the account. When we get to the credit card, we deposit that into our checking account, whatever that total is. Did I even add it up? I didn't. But we do need $388 for checking. I will calculate the Sapphire, but we deposit it into our checking account and then pay our Sapphire card immediately. So that's how the system works for us. I know that I've got gas, so that's, oh, we've got 2. So 37 plus 39, so it's $76. So we've got 50, 75, and 6. Wow, right on it. Okay, so we haven't had to break much. I don't think we've broken anything yet. So cool. 50, 75, 76. And this beautiful tray is from Savings with Grace. She was so kind to send this to me a couple weeks ago, and I'm obsessed. So gas is left with 51, 52, 250, 270, 280, 290, 300. But I know that we got gas on our Sapphire, so we'll be back in this one. But yeah, if you are interested in any of the trays that I use, I've got her linked down below always. And we will mark out these gas entries. Okay, so let's see, we don't have cherry on pretzel, medical, no. Okay, family fun. I think we just go back here to eating out or beverages, whichever one is first. Okay, so eating out has just one. Okay, one for $55. Let's see, do we have, okay, so we are breaking our first bill. So 50 and 10 is 60, but it's only 55. Let's put that there, take back my 5, and that's how you do it. So 1, 2, 250, 300, 305 is what we have left. Okay. Next one, did we do the barber on here? We did, for $35. Mason had his spring pictures earlier this week, so we did this last weekend. Another one of those little scratcher things. That stuff gets everywhere. Okay, so 35. I'm just gonna take, I'm gonna do a condensing eventually anyways. So I'll just take a 10, 20, and 5. Okay, 20, 35. And then we are left with 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 510. Okay, so we've got gifts on here, kids, birthday, that'll be a different envelope. Beverages, I believe, is in our low priority or long-term sinking funds. So we will just hop into my olive binder next. Okay, so here she is. Okay, and I will be restocking these dashboards very soon. I have been trying to just get caught up on orders. You guys are amazing. And so this is one of those things that is sold out, but I promise it's coming back. Okay, so in here, we probably need to start with beverages. I think it's gonna be the first one we come across. And personal, okay, yes. So beverages has 1, 2, and it looks like there's $20. Yeah, 10, 20, no other beverages. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that, I think, or wait, yeah, because I like to have a little bit of change. So 10 and 20. This is for Dalton and I's visits to get coffee recently. So this can be for coffee, it can be for our energy drinks, or for my Topo Chicos that I feel like I've gotten all of you on. Aren't they just so freaking good? Love the blueberry so much. Okay, so I already check marked those. So now we need birthday, which is in here, and gifts, which is in here. kids will come from their envelope. So let's go back here to fun. Birthday parties is what I mean by birthday. And we need $15. So I've been slowly getting little things for my son's birthday. It turns out that we are not gonna have to pay for a venue or anything like that this year. So that's exciting, but 10 and 15. So we will be able to just, you know, take care of other little things like the individual cupcakes, because where we are having his birthday doesn't allow food or drink inside other than water. Yeah, so we're gonna do cupcakes on the go, drinks on the go, and then that's really all that I've had to pay for. And then also, little tip on birthdays and invitations, create your invitation in Canva or go to Etsy, find a template, buy it, edit it in Canva, send it to Walgreens to print. And I got 30 printed like 4x6 invitations. I mean, I just do it on like their photo paper for $11, okay? And they usually have a discount going. Do that instead of paper stuff for kids' birthdays, okay? Save your pennies. But gifts has, we need to pull out $66. So let's see, this was for something else that we will get to. So 66, so 20, 40, 60, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, so we are only gonna have $13 for gifts. We're gonna have to like get on top of that. Okay, but that's why we are saving and cash stuffing. So 20, 40, 65, 66. Okay, I'm gonna put this back here. I would count this, but it's going to be coming out for the Sapphire charge for my sister's birthday gift that we are finally going to go do. Can't talk about it yet because I think she might watch my channel here, and I don't want to give it away because I like giving people surprises and I love surprises too. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and lastly, for the checking part of what we're going to reimburse, I need to go to the kids. So I just generalized this as kids because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to pull it from Buffer. I don't know if I'm going to pull it from like each one of their envelopes. But we will see. I need $58 is what this says. So we've got 50 in Buffer, and I know the boys have different amounts. So where this comes from though is they wanted, my kids love stuffed animals, okay? And there's a cute little story behind my youngest, like kind of being scared of, but now has an obsession with bobcats. And IKEA had a bobcat. And so we said yes. And it was a very realistic, like type of bobcat. Okay, so it was an expensive buy, but they each got their own thing. And Mason got a husky and Madden got the bobcat. So yeah, but we have 20, 30, 35, 40 in Mason's, and Madden has 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33. So 33. I think what I'm going to do is actually pull 20 from each of theirs because it was, you know, their own little stuffed animal. And then I will do the rest from Buffer. So 20 and 40. We need $18. So, oh, we got it. 10, 15, 16, 17. I'm actually going to take these. So 15, 16, 17, 18. Perfect. And we're left with 20, 30, 31, 32 for kids Buffer. What is today's date? I actually don't know. It's March 12th. Okay. So we just took out 18. And I know I just said what was in there, but yeah, no. Okay, so 32. And for some reason, that does not sound like what I counted in my head, but let me double check. It is. Okay, perfect. Love when it works out. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 5, 6, 7, 8 for that. And we are officially done with the checking amount that needs to be reimbursed. So I think what I'm going to do before I move on to my Chase Sapphire stuff, so we've got some fun things to unstuff, okay? I want to go ahead and I think, well, I go back and forth. Should I might need the change, but I feel like this is a lot of ones. I feel like I shouldn't need it all. You know what? That's okay. I'm just going to tear this one off and put it off to the side, and we will do it at the end. That will be fine. Okay, so we're going to start back in my short-term sinking funds binder. And I think we'll start with just the first category because I think, yeah, I already see it. Household is right there. So household, and this one I will end up needing to go to like every single page and adding them up just to see, you know, if there's any others. That's fun. That's kind of in the way. Okay. Household plus 7. And that's it. So $30 is what we need from households. So I'll do a 20 and let's just do this. That's 30. So 20, 40, 60 is what we have left. And 10, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Okay. And then I like to mark them out. So household right there. Ooh, I don't even know if you guys can see my calculator at this point, but I've had to move things around. So, okay, so grocery is next. And I know that I'm gonna have to actually add this up. Okay. So we've got 13 plus 140. 21, 88, 22, oh my gosh, come on nails, 149, and that's it. Okay, so 433, that's it, 433. I knew that this time was coming. So 1, 2, 3, 4, might as well. 20, 35, and we're left with 221. Okay. So 433, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 420, 430, 435. So I need $2 to give myself change back to this envelope. Okay, $2. And let's do a better one. Because you know what? We can be picky, okay? And so we actually have 223, which is great because I knew that like we had spent the majority of that and we haven't purchased our groceries this week yet because of like our card being compromised. And I was like, you know what? Let's just eat all of our leftovers, do sandwiches, do quesadillas, tacos, like, you know, we have stuff in our, I feel like I'm just gonna take this off so that I can just move it like this, okay? But just like try to use everything that was in our freezer and stuff was what we were trying to do. So, okay, I think that's it. So now clothing. Now, we haven't personally done anything for clothing yet. So, and I think if there's clothing on here, it's gonna be for the kids. There's one on here, I know it. Oh yeah, Vans, kids clothing. They got some new checkered kicks and they're obsessed with them. So, okay, beauty on here. We have $11, 17, 8, and that's it. So $36. Okay, so I'm going to end up having to break this 100. Sad day. Okay. So for 100, let's do 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So one more count. 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. We'll put that over there. Sorry, my dogs. I have to close all the doors in my house whenever I film. And even then they're starting to figure out like, well, I can still hear things, so I'm gonna bark. We need $36. Okay, so 20, 30, 5, and 6. Okay, and Beauty is left with 50, 70, 80, 90, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 96. Beauty. Okay, so the next one is gas. Definitely have that. So 86 plus 41. 73. And that's it. So 200 exactly. That's insane. Is that luck or not? I don't know. So 200. Okay, I'm gonna do, I mean, basically I just have to do these 50s. So 51 and 52. There we go. 51, 52. And we are left with 50, 70, 80, 90, 100 left. Okay, we are doing good so far. This seems pretty successful, if I do say so myself. And I do need a small coffee break, so 1 second. So good, but it is getting cold. Okay, Cheerio and pretzel, $15 is that one entry. And I put dog food here. Okay, so did I do that again? Dog food. Cheerio and pretzel. Okay, dog food. That would also be them. So plus the 18. Okay, so we need $33, and I'm just gonna go ahead and mark these out. Yeah, okay, there we go. And $33. So do, gosh, these 20s are so bad. 20, 30, and I guess 5. That one's kind of, okay. So we need $2 back, and then I think I'm also gonna just find some better bills while we're here, because why not? So 1 and 2 is what I would need back and change. Okay, so there's the 33, all broken. Now I just want to give myself better bills. That's what I'm about to do. So I want a new 5 here. Okay, and I could probably get a better 10. Yep, and these 20s are horrendous, okay? So let me just see. Oh no, how many 20s was that? 20, 40, 60. I don't even know how many 20s I had. Look at me not paying attention. Okay. I'm gonna have to come back to this because I'm gonna have to look. Oh no. Okay, 20, 40. I think it was 4. Wasn't it like 4 of them? I'm gonna give myself 4. We will figure it out at the end though, because whenever I do my math, it's going to tell all, okay? So I'm just gonna put those 4 there. And if we have an extra or less than over here, we know it comes back to Cheerio and pretzel. So 20, 40, 60, 80. I don't think that's right, actually. It's probably not. It was probably like 3. We're gonna go with it. Okay, so 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, 130, 131, 32. So 132. That was my bad. I should have counted, but it will all check itself. Okay, and I already marked these out. Perfect. Love that. Okay, medical I know is on here. So we've got 17. I don't believe any other medical above. and none there. So $17. Okay, we're gonna do 15, 16, 17. And we are left with 150, 170, 190, 210, 220, 221, 22, 23. So 223. Okay. Moving through this so far, I would say pretty smoothly. We don't have any family fun or me or my husband spending. I paid my nail girl in cash. We did not go on a date night, but we do have eating out. Let me tell you, okay? We do. So let's see what this is gonna add up to. We've got 36 plus 12 plus 32, 33, 3, which was probably like French fries at Chick-fil-A. Actually, it was. 51, 22, and 12. Okay, so $201. We should have that. So 205. I think I will just leave that 100 in here. So 150, 205. So I need $4 back. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you have your bills, you can do whatever you want with it. So that's what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. And when we like mark out the eating out, I'm just like, this is where the problem is. Look at how many there are. And we are trying so hard to eat at home more. And I think we're doing we're doing much better than we were, like, I would say a month ago. 22 and 12. Okay. Now, let's see what the next one is. Kids clothing. Let me just make sure we don't have any others. Starbucks. I'm going to do that at the end because I don't quite know yet what I want to do with that. Car maintenance is actually in here. I'm just going to set this off to the side for the moment. And car maintenance is $25. We got a car wash. It had been a while. So we're going to do 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're left with 1, 200, 220, 230, 240, 245. Okay, and 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So car maintenance is done. Drinks will be in long term. And yeah, the rest of these will be over there. So we are done with this binder again. But already, even, before doing a condensing, doing an unstuffing basically gives the same exact effects, except you don't have the same amount of money. But that's okay. Okay, so we are going back into this binder. Okay. Let's see the first one. Kids clothing is going to be in their binder. Bucks. Sports is their binder. Sports is their binder. Okay, so it's really this page. Okay, drinks. So that's beverages. And beverages is $16. And I don't believe we have any others. So I want to see how much is in here. Okay, so it may not be enough to cover all the bucks times. So that's where I'm going to try to figure out how to cover that. But we've got 10, 15, and 16. And we're left with 20, 1, 2, 3, and 4. and then gifts and cash stuffing fund should be in here. So cash stuffing fund, I was supposed to take out $22. I've got 30, so I need $8 back. So let's get a good 5. Six, 7. That'll be fine. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this envelope is how I support my fellow friends and their shops. I try to be a part of everybody's launches, and I'm so sorry if I'm not showing up to all of them. There's a lot of you that I absolutely love and adore, and I try to at least get in on one of your launches, like every single time, because it's a lot of money, so we're trying. Next in this one would be birthday. Oh, it's the gifts for my sister. Yes. Okay, so I am taking her in April to this really fun thing. We like to gift each other experiences, so me and her are gonna go do something super fun, and I'll give you guys an update on that at a later time. Oh wait, that's birthday parties. Because I'm pretty sure every now and then she watches my channel. She's so supportive, but I don't want her knowing what we're doing. So 140, so 100, 10, 20, 30, and 40. But this covers both of us for this experience to do something. I'm really trying not to give it away. And I don't think she's gonna have any idea about it at all because we've never done anything like this before. And what's also really great is that we get to walk away with something that we keep forever, which is also what I love. Why I love doing experiences with anybody for a birthday. Okay, so we are officially done with this page, and I will have to total all of those entries up. I didn't. I typically do before I even get started, but oh well, live and learn, and I can do what I want. So we need kids clothing and sports. Yes, and then we'll figure out the Starbucks thing, but we are almost done. Sometimes I feel like these just take forever, but y'all love them, and I mean, I love doing them too. It really takes off a ton of stress and anxiety off of us, knowing that we were able to afford everything that we were doing, you know, and we have an idea when we're going and spending, like we're not just like aimlessly throwing our money, but just knowing because of this process, we were able to afford the everyday, like mundane things. So in here, we need to do kids clothing, that's for sure, and sports. So let's go to kids clothing. Be here, and it's $77, but these shoes should hopefully last them through the end of the year, hopefully. So 50, 70, we'll do this, 50, 70, 75, 80, and I will need $3 back. Yes, I just did that on my fingers. $3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we've got 100, 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. So 133 is what we have left. We subtracted 77 on 3. Already forgot the date again. The 12th. Okay. Okay, so next is sports and sports, and that is $249 plus 11. That was for a new glove and a new bat. They're expensive, okay? But luckily, like, our dues for this team are already paid up, so we're good. But thank the Lord we've been saving for this, okay? $260. Here we go. Let me see what I've got here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. So 100 here. I might still have to actually do it this way, and then I'll just condense so that I don't confuse myself. That's what we're gonna do. So 250 and 60. 1, 2, 50, 60. Okay. And then we are left with 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Isn't that so funny? Okay. So, and I should have known that, but you know, like, whatever. We're keeping things sane over here, so I'm just gonna put that there and bring this over here. So it's like a little condensing, okay? And then we've got to update this. So 312, oh, look at me. I'm finally remembering. 260, and we were left with 100. So time to get this one up and going again too, because we like to take our sons to the batting cages, and they love doing it too. And see, all the doors are closed. They have no window to look out of right now. They're just doing this. Crazy crackheads is what I call them. Sports and sports. Okay, so all that we have left in here is going to be the Starbucks runs. So we've got this 10 plus 10 plus 10. So we're at $30. Okay, that will come from me and my husband most likely. So let me grab that binder. And we're back in it for a third time, but I just didn't know where I was gonna pull it. So personal. Okay. So I need $30. I've got 42. Husband has 35. Okay. So what I'll probably do is like 15 from his and 15 from mine if we've got it. Okay. Yeah, 15. And I'll have to break a 10 for 2 5s. Okay, and throw that there. Okay, so we have the 10, 20, 25, and 30 for our coffee runs together. And we are left with 20, 25, 26, 27. Okay, yay. Okay, so that worked out. We were able to unstuff every single one of these categories. It always blows my mind. Obviously, we were prepping for it every single week, but in the beginning, if you've watched my first like cash unstuffings, they, you know, learning experience. And I think like that's where I come from. I give everybody grace, especially in their unstuffings, their condensings, all of that, because you just have to start somewhere. And how brave of us are we that we want to share this with you. So I hope all of you give all these creators out here some grace, because you know what? It's hard putting ourselves out here. And while we would like to think sometimes that we're really good at math, sometimes we're not. And the way that our brains work are just different. And so mine, you might have seen while you were watching an easier way to do it. And you know what? When I watch these back and I'm editing, I also sometimes see that easier way of doing that. But in this moment, my brain went somewhere else. Okay, so yeah, just give everybody a little bit of grace out there. So what I'm gonna do next is actually need to get these check marked. Perfect. And everything is check marked. So I know that for checking we had the 388, but I did not calculate this. So let me do that real quick. Okay guys, so $1,520 is what we have to reimburse Sapphire. Holy moly. Okay, so I'm gonna put that here. And what we will do also first is take out the $130 that I used as like my change. So next we need to pull out the $130. So let me do that real quick. I have no rhyme or reason for this. So I guess I could just do, I mean, all of it's going back to the bank, so it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna do some 5s. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Why not? Okay. And then that was 75. So, oh, and we've got some crispy ones. Okay. 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 110. And then 120 and 130. So that will work out just fine. Because like I said, it's all going back to the bank and I would have ended up having to count this one way or another. So I'm going to set this off to the side for my 130. And now we need to make sure that we have this 1520 plus our 388, which is a total of 1908. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800. Minus 800, and then 51, 52, 53, 54, 450, and 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 80. So 380, right? Ooh, I don't know. Okay, one more time. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 300, 320, 340, 360, 380. Okay, so yes, 380. Looking promising. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. I'm going to change my count. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that's 240. So might have found my mistake. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And minus 8 is that $20. So I actually do need to put this back into Cheerio and pretzel. I wasn't sure if it was like 3 or 4, but that is so funny. I'm glad I was able to figure that out. So I'm just gonna put that in here real quick. But that is why it's so important to like check. Do all the math, do it over and over again for yourself, for your bank, however. I would rather know that I've got an extra $20 in there for whatever, an emergency, who knows. So yeah, we are zeroed out then. So we do have 388 plus the 1520 is 1908, and we have that here. So then I will just break this up off of camera so that, because my husband usually does the bank runs, and I will have him put all of this in the bank. I leave him with like little sticky notes in a bank bag. He is literally the sweetest. But yeah, so that is it for this cash unstuffing, guys. If you've stuck around to this point of the video, bless it. Thank you so, so much. And if you liked what you saw, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. And if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and click this button to the right side of your screen. It'll automatically subscribe you and you can join the fam. And I really hope to see you in my next one. Bye.